Well, good afternoon, everyone. Or if you're in the US and Canada and registered delegates over there, or if you're across towards Southeast Asia or Australia, good morning and good evening to you as well. It's great that you've been able to join us for this, which is the third in our series of research workshops as part of the Design for Additive Manufacturing Network, which is an EPSRC funded and supported network activity here in the UK. My name's Alan Rennie. I'm a professor of manufacturing at Lancaster University, and on behalf of my colleagues, Patrick Pradell, Nancy Honour, and the members of the steering committee for the DFAM network, I'd like to welcome you to this workshop over the course of the next 5 hours or so. So it is our third workshop, but it's also our first year anniversary. It's our birthday last week, and we launched the network on the 6th of November 2020, followed quickly a few weeks later with a development workshop. The context here with the Snickers is that in the lead up and development of this particular workshop, Ajit and Patrick and Nancy and I were looking for incentives to try and push ourselves forward and generate a really excellent event, and we've done that, and this is my reward to them. We were talking about offering Snickers, and it even got around to looking at my own cultural heritage and having deep fried chocolate bars and things like that. This is the best I can offer until we get to meet up in person, hopefully over the course of the next few months. So happy birthday to the network, and we've got another year and a bit to go. So lots of good things will be happening over the course of that period as well. The original vision for the network itself was to bring together the internationally leading and disparate UK DFAM research community, not just in academia, but also in terms of the context of industry as well, other government organisations that are involved, other users and promoters of the technological field, so bringing in things like the medical, NHS, etc. as well, and really to try and promote nationally and internationally a coherent single point of access for what's going on in the UK in terms of the research disciplines. We believe we are actually now achieving that, and it's not just about pushing forward workshops like this. We are now trying to bring people together, generate good networks, good collaborations, and look at ways to try and fund some of the excellent research ideas that are coming through the network and some of the conversations that are going on. To that end, there's a number of objectives that we are trying to fulfill within the network, and I won't read them verbatim, but they are there. But essentially what we're trying to do is bring together the DFAM research community. We realise and we appreciate that actually COVID has been a bit of a blessing for us, being able to come online, being able to have so many people join us from around the world, and actually look at what's going on internationally and be able to bring together speakers from around the world as well. It's great that we're actually having more of an impact than we might have believed possible, and looking forward for the network. More of our events are actually going to be held online as well. So we're really looking forward to being able to get to a larger audience and to bring more expertise into the network, and to be able to use that expertise, that resource, the knowledge for the benefit of what we're doing here in the UK as well, and try to showcase some of what we're doing to the wider world. So far, we've had the initial launch event, November 2020, quickly followed a few weeks later by some development workshops. And we used those two workshops in December 2020 to try and shape what the network might wish to focus on. And through a number of interactive sessions, getting feedback from the community in the UK and wider, we started to set out an agenda for different subject areas over the course of the network's life, and that was kicked off in April 2021 with the appointment of a research team leader, Robert Kay from Leeds University, who led on the Designing the Future of Additive Manufactured Electronics event. Really excellent event held in collaboration with IMAPS, and again very international in its outlook. That was followed up in July this year with the DFAM for Education event, and again the appointment of another research team leader, Dr. Eugene Pei from Brunel University in London. Another really excellent event, which has led to some interesting developments as well in terms of the outputs from that, and some potential opportunities for good collaborations. That leads us to where we are today. We've got an excellent agenda, and much credit to Ajit for being able to pull all of this together with very little input, I'll say, from ourselves at the network itself. So Patrick and I and Nancy have been able to support Ajit in terms of organisations of it, but pulling together such a prestigious list of people to come and speak today at this event has been down to Ajit and his excellent network and his own research and the presence he has within the community in this area as well. Ajit will talk more through the course of the afternoon on each of these speakers as he hosts and chairs us for the session today. But it's interesting to note that 40% of our speakers are actually non-UK. So we've got people coming from the US and from Australia who are speaking this afternoon with us. So it's great to have you here and welcome to the network. Interestingly, it's also good to look at where we are reaching out to, and I put this together last night and actually updated this morning, looking at the registrations that we've got for this event, and we're covering, I think, almost every continent there with the reach of the network. And we've got North America, we've got Central and South America. Big focus, obviously, on the UK and Western Europe. But it's nice to see also that we've got registrations coming in from India, Southeast Asia, and even from our colleagues across in Australia. So again, really international in the outlook, and actually replicates what we've seen at the past two events as well. And long may that continue. We're really keen to see that the DFEM network here in the UK can actually have such an international reach. We're interested, therefore, also in understanding who is joining us. And we are trying to put together, as part of a legacy, a directory of expertise. And today we're going to launch that DFEM network directory. The URL on the bottom right of the screen there, and we'll put it into the chat for those that are interested and might want to start populating your own profile over the course of the afternoon. But we've already tested this with our steering committee members and some of our senior colleagues at our partner institutions, and there are some profiles there. So please do follow that URL, have a look, and if you're interested in registering to be a member of that network directory and showcase your own expertise, the projects you're involved in, your publications, etc., through that, we'd be very happy to have you involved with that. The URL on the bottom left is a small tutorial on YouTube that Patrick's managed to put together just to guide you through that process. So if you are interested in doing that, there are maybe some intricacies within the registration process itself, and hopefully that can lead you through that activity. So please do look at that, and we hope to have you joining us as part of that wider body of expertise. Looking forward, and what we've learned through a lot of these things is towards the end of the day, particularly if we've got delegates joining us from Asia and Australasia, that time will be getting late for you, and bed will be calling, and it'll be getting late in the day. Is that we've pulled together some future events, and we'd like to promote them at the start of this session rather than leave it towards the end. So we're going to get maximum, hopefully, interest from the audience that's here. I'd like to introduce Professor Richard Bibb, who is going to be one of the co-theme leads for this next workshop in February 2022. Richard, are you there?
Yes, indeed. So welcome everybody. Just to pre-announce our next event then, which will be slightly different in that it will be a joint event held between two networks. So that will be a joint event between the Design for Additive Manufacturing Network, but also the Redistributed Manufacturing in Healthcare Networks Plus, which is a project run out of the University of West of England, where we're looking at the future of manufacturing in forward deployed and remote locations, and the design challenges that come with that. So we're proposing 2 afternoon sessions in February. They'll be co-hosted by myself and Professor Kenny Delgado from Newcastle University. And we're splitting it into sort of 4 mini sessions, 2 on each afternoon. The first one will look at requirements and regulations, and we'll have speakers from the MHRA, for example, in the UK, to talk to us about the regulatory framework, how that's changing, and how that's going to be implemented to recognise point of care manufacture and distributed manufacture. We'll then move on to look at redistributed manufacturing in medical devices, and that will be affected by having projects who are funded by the Redistributed Manufacturing Healthcare Networks Plus, presenting to us their advanced manufacturing work that they're doing in medical devices, and then posing to us as a community the design challenges that come with those advances in manufacturing, and also the context of redistributed and deployed manufacturing. Likewise, we'll then move on to another theme, which is about pharma and regenerative medicine manufacturing, again, at the point of care and in deployed locations. And then we'll finish off with design processes for redistributed manufacturing in healthcare, again, focusing on eliciting and providing examples of the kind of challenges and methods that can be used to overcome them in particularly redistributed manufacturing, point of care manufacturing, which a lot of the projects that we're supporting are predicated on 3D printing and additive manufacturing. So there'll be, like I said, 2 afternoon sessions, and there'll be speakers who are funded by the Redeployed Manufacturing in Healthcare projects, and you can look those projects up. They're available on the RHIN Network website, so if you just search for RIHN, you should find that. And you can look up those projects and see what kind of things that we're funding. And we'll be presenting our design challenges to you, the community, and hoping to build future networks that will respond to and develop research to address those challenges. I look forward to seeing you in February. Thanks, Alan.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Richard. So if you haven't done so yet, do have a look at the Design for Additive Manufacturing Networks website, where most of the future events are posted well in advance, so you'll be able to see things like the agenda, the speakers list, etc., and then get yourself registered. The link will become available in the next month or so. It now only leaves me to introduce Ajit Panesar from Imperial College London. Ajit kindly came forward and volunteered his services as the next research team leader, and over the course of the last couple of months has been able to pull together that really excellent agenda, the programme for this afternoon that you've been able to see. Ajit's going to lead us through this afternoon. He's also got some interactive sessions, so we've tried to elicit some information from you, the community, as well, and how we can further shape this research theme and take that forward for potential collaborations between network members. So I'll hand over to Ajit, and I wish you all the best for the afternoon. Enjoy yourselves, and please do engage as much as you can. Thank you.